Hi there again, Josie here from Life at 50 and Beyond. Thanks for joining me here again on my channel. Today I have a DIY here for you where I'm going to be using Dollar Tree materials. These come in 3 sets of folders, same designs in a pack. So I'll be using these 9 pieces, beginning with this one here. So there are assortment of colors, although they do have complementary colors like the purple one that they all share. What I like about this $3 folders is that the 3 that come into the set they have different tabs so that settings on the tab. Now what I'm going to be showing you are a couple of ways to create this or prep this, whether you have a scoring tool or a cutting tool like what I have here. This is a cutter scorer. I'm going to be using the scorer first in order to kind of put a score, because there's already the middle partition, right, where it folds, the folder folds into 2. So in order to create an accordion folder that is a standalone folder, I am going to also be scoring the left and the right side of the middle line there. And to measure that, and again, this is a scorer, not a cutter. So I am just scoring it with that. And I'm going to be showing you later if you don't have any tools. I just want to show if you have tools. So the measuring point there is about probably almost, I would say, half an inch or an inch wide. It all depends on how big you want the fold or the accordion would be. But for me, it's a tad, a bit smaller than an inch. So I'm just eyeballing it. I just want to make sure that it is centered. So again, using my titanium cutter scorer, I'm just using the scorer setting, and you see me do it back and forth in order for me to create the score. And as you can see it, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but it's a little faint because again, those are just marks and score where I am going to be folding. So once you create the scores, or that will be your demarcation or your mark for where to fold. So like what I'm doing here, I am going to be folding it this way. So as you can see the size of what I scored, about an inch. I believe that, I mean, just to be safe, or I did an inch from the middle to the right, and then another inch from the center to the left. And then I am just folding it into an accordion style, where you create like a W. So I'm folding it this way, and there's no right or wrong way. As long as you fold it on the indentation or the score marks that you created, then you can have at least, I would say, 3 lines, but then there'll be 2 folds. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but it will create a W, if I will show it to you in a bit once I'm done folding that. So again, it's easier if you have a tool, but do not be concerned about purchasing any tools, especially if you don't really do a lot of paper projects. I do recommend investing in some of these tools because they do save time, especially if you're making a lot of paper projects. But if you are not really into paper projects, or even if you are and you are on a limited budget, which I understand most of us are, you can actually use their tools other than the ones that I'm using. But I'm showing again the different types or a couple of techniques here. So here it is. I folded it on the crease that I created, or the mark, and as you can see there, I fold in the original fold in the center, and then the 2 folds are the ones that are in the flap, and then it creates a W or an inverted V. Depends on how you see it. So I did that on all 3. Actually, I'll be creating 9 folders. I'll be folding them, but for this set here, there are 3. I'm going to be showing you first what I'm doing here with these 3 sets. So I am just arranging them where the marks or the tabs are. One is the one that's so that they will be aligned when I create the folds. This is an accordion file folder that you will have to have the fold. So I'm measuring that. So I'm saying, okay, I think I need 3 inches here. And I'm going to be fast forwarding some of the things here, but I just want to show you how I measured it. So that's 3 inches. So I said 2, but the 3 inches here would be the spaces that I will fold, like about ½ an inch on each side, in order to create the accordion to connect. And then the measurement for the 6 inches is I am measuring from giving it a little space, maybe probably 5 centimeters from where the fold is, because I don't want it to be touching that edge, and also some space. So I think 6 inches length will be enough. So I will show you how to create that. So again, this will be fast forwarded. Actually, I'm just using the Manila folder just because it's durable and it's very economical for me, but you can use anything other than the Manila folder. You can use another set of, probably, because I needed 3 of Manila folders. If you want to spend another $1 for the 3, a set of 3 folders, kind of like the decorative folders that I got from the Dollar Tree, you can do that. But I am just using this so that it will be, there will be some contrast, and I want to save the other folders that I purchased from before. So again, I am just measuring this. I'm using my cutter here. This one, you just measure 3 inches wide and then 6 inches long, and you can make this connect. Let me show you the other technique, actually the more crude technique. If you don't have any scoring tool, just measure even sizes from the center to the right. Like I mentioned, you can, I think it's about an inch from the middle to, an inch from the middle to the left and an inch from the middle to the right. And what I just did here is I just marked it, and I just use a ruler to trace, pencil to trace the line. And then using the ruler as a guide, and then the tip of this pair of scissors, not opening the scissors, not on the blade, so it's a little blunt. Then I am scoring it, maybe running that a couple of times on the mark in order for me to create the indentation where I'm going to be making the fold. Okay, so folding the middle first, kind of like what I did earlier. Only the difference is I had a scoring tool, but this time I just used a pair of scissors and ruler and pencil as guides, and that's it. I have been able to accomplish the same task without the titanium or the trimmer scorer tool. So again, even if you don't have the tools, you can make this. Again, I'm just trying to make sure that everything is even, and in order to make this connector, just showing you, for each set of 3, you would need 6 pieces of 3 by 6. All right, the one that I was showing you in fast motion how I cut. I'm showing you how I'm folding them in an accordion style, because those will be the ones to connect the folders together. You need 6 pieces for a set of 3. For all 9, I needed 18, I believe, yeah. Because you need 3 and 3 on each side of 3 of each 3 sets. I hope I'm not confusing you all, but yeah. So using the tape glider again, I am just putting some adhesives. And again, if you don't have a tape glider, you can use double-sided tape or even paper glue. Elmer's glue would do just fine. You just need time to keep have it adhere. Maybe put something heavy on top so that it will adhere to the cardboard, and then make sure that it is dry. But the ATG that I'm using, the advanced tape glider from Scotch, really saves time. And with my 60% off coupon, I think I only paid probably $15 on this one. Yeah, it can be very expensive, but again, if you're making a lot of projects like I have been finding myself lately, I had to invest in one. Now, as you see it, that I have connected both sides. First, again, you have to make sure that the one that appears on the outside is the W, because you want it to be able to expand. So I'm just showing you on both sides. I am also putting the adhesive. Just make sure that they're lined up. Again, I'm not perfect either. I think I have probably had to remove some of my mistakes because I just did it too fast and they're not aligned. And all I did was just remove. It's easy. Before you even flatten it, make sure they're aligned and then remove if they're not aligned. See, you see that? That's a W. I showed you the fold. Now here as well. So now that I've finished all three, as you can see there's kind of a crooked line there because I made a mistake earlier. It's not smooth. You can use the handle of the pair of scissors in order to really make the fold like what I'm doing here. Or you can use a bone tool. You can use that as well. But again, you don't really have to buy the tools. Just use whatever you have. Again, I'm just showing you in motion here. There's three sides that I am going to be adhering the folders together, just making sure they are aligned. I really love the design on this one because it's so playful and colorful. I love how the green and the black and also the purple work together there, and some blues as well. See here, like what I'm telling you. I'm just showing you, I'm not editing this out because again, I want to show you that yeah, you can make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, and all you just need to do is align them. Again, I'm putting them all together. So do this after you put the connector. Otherwise, it will be difficult. It is a lot simpler if you will connect each folder first with their connectors, and then all those three sets, what I've been doing is just connecting them together. And look at this, I've been unraveling it because I made a mistake in connecting them. So like this one again, on the third set, I am just, by this time I'm actually more used to doing it. And I'm even gliding that tape glider much more smoothly. So practice makes perfect. So again, the bottom or the last one would be where the tab is on the far right, and then I'm putting the one on top of it where the tab is at the center, so that when I label later, it'll be easier to see the labels. Again, putting some more adhesives, and then connecting. Again, this is my last piece here. Make sure you don't connect the top. Again, you could probably connect the top. However, I prefer not to. It's more important to connect the bottom and the sides. I'm just trying to save also my materials like this tape that I'm using, so that I don't have to really use up a lot of the materials that I have. So voila, it's done. Look at that. It stands on its own, especially when it is expanded. The accordion connector allows it to expand and retract. So I'm going to be connecting them all together. So I'm just trying first which one I'm going to put on top and which one I'm going to be putting at the back. So I'm thinking this purple one will be in the middle and this one will be the back. So I have decided that I want to use the tabs that have the color or design facing forward. And then, because you can really flip it. When this is done, I'm going to show you that you can flip this. If you want the one that has the white background, then that's fine too. But I just want to show the tabs that are colored too, just like this one, because it doesn't make sense. They're all covering each other, the face and the back, the front and back of the folders. So at least on the tabs, if I can show the design or color. Okay, so, and I'm putting so much adhesives here because I want them to be really stuck to each other. Again, you could probably even use glue gun. Have glue gun, go ahead and use glue gun. I'm sure it is more durable than probably Elmer's glue. Elmer's glue you can use as long as you put something heavy on top and let it dry for several hours. Look at this. This is standing on its own. And as I expand it, like I said, this you can flatten it if you don't have a lot to put in here. It saves space, but then especially if you're using this for something, I'm going to be using this for my stickers, by the way, my puffy or pop-up stickers, because they're very thick. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to be arranging this as well. So I'm showing you and just turning it around. I'm just showing that, okay, you can use the white tab. See, I had to remove my camera from the stand, but yeah, this is how it looks like. It stands on its own. And I'm using my Dymo labeler. You can either label that or this side. So here's the finished setup. I have labeled each section with the categories that are more popular for my collection of stickers. So for example, these are all florals, the flowers. The first category is for flowers. So anything that has flowers or plants, potted plants, I am putting it in that section. And then the second section is for vintage. So I have this set of stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I buy mostly my stickers from the Dollar Tree, and these are the vintage style stickers. So again, I apologize for the rapid movement of my camera. I just had to remove it from the stand so that you can appreciate and see everything in frame, because you know, my stand is hooked up to the edge of my table, and you won't be able to see this system if I don't hold it from, you know, a little bit farther. So anyway, that's how I use the second section is for the vintage stickers, and then the third section is for I believe this is for the animals. Yep. And I use that for you know, for the categories where I have butterflies, fish, you know, I have birds there like the owls, so that's where I'm putting them, and zoo animals that are pop-up. The fourth category is for kids, anything that's kiddie in style or nature, like these robots here, and those doggies with wiggly eyes, I put them there. Now I have another category here that I've been debating whether I'm going to put another tab, which is the Disney tab. I've decided to keep it there because I've been finding myself creating some projects for grown-ups that are Disney themed, so it's not just for kids. So for now, it will have its own category. Then the next one is for desserts, ice cream, cupcakes, cakes, anything, or even fruits will qualify as desserts. So they will be going on to that section. Okay, and then after that, my next section is actually the travel section, if I'm not mistaken. And that's where I put in, you know, my space shuttle as well as the camping and aviation style. So those are travel related or travel theme. Next one is occasion. So this is where I put those felt stickers that are, of course, that are puffy, and those are birthday stickers. And then the last one is for love, where I put hearts and the wedding themes stickers there, romance. So the occasions section, I will have those holiday stickers there as well. So as you could see, there are a lot more space left, and I can just expand it wider if I need to put some more. And it's here now on my shelf, and it just stays there along with the ones that I created, and I'm keeping now for my flat stickers, especially my planner stickers, and they are made of the Daiso folders with plastic pages where I can view each type or style of stickers. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I have inspired you to create one for yourself, because I have been looking for expandable file folders that I have those, but I know that they can be very expensive. So I figured using my collection of the Dollar Tree folders in 3 a pack and create my own Accordion file folder filing system for my stickers, for my pop-up stickers. And this is inspired by the Container Store. and I didn't have to spend a lot of money. Total for this project around $3.15. If you add the price of the adhesives, probably not even $4. Let's just round it off to $4 just to be fair. So again, thanks for watching. Please click like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you think about this filing system, and let me know if you are planning to do the same thing. And hope to talk to you again. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.